Sirens sounded in northern Israel as Hezbollah Rockets hit Haifa, which is Israel's third largest city. The Iran-backed militant group said it targeted an Israeli military base south of Haifa with a salvo of F-1 missiles. Israel's military said at least 5 projectiles were identified coming from Lebanon and fallen projectiles were found in the area. According to Israeli media, at least 10 people were injured in the attack. On the other hand, Israel continued its bombardment of Lebanon. Explosions were heard in South Beirut shortly after the Israeli army called on residents to evacuate the Hezbollah stronghold. According to Lebanese media, Israeli war planes launched 2 strikes on the southern suburbs. The first targeted the St. Teresa area and the second targeted the Be'al Baran area. This is Hashem Safed slain Hassa chief Hassan Nasrallah likely successor continues to be unreachable. One of the group's official claimed Israel is obstructing search and rescue efforts in that area where Safed is sought to have been bombed. Meanwhile, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu met the army's northern command chiefs on Sunday to discuss its operations against Hezbollah in Lebanon. Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant is in the United States and has already met Defense Secretary Lord Austin. They discussed Iran's destabilizing actions. West Asia has been on the edge since Hamas's October 7 attack on Israel. Exactly a year after the Palestinian group said the attack shattered the illusions that Israel had created for itself. Qatar-based Hamas member Hal Allah in a video said, and I quote, "All of Palestine, particularly Gaza and our Palestinian people, are writing a new history with their resistance, blood, and steadfastness." Meanwhile, Israelis gathered near Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's residence early on Monday to mark a year since the October 7, 2023, attack. The protesters in Jerusalem held banners and pictures of hostages. A similar gathering was witnessed in Tel Aviv. Protesters demanded the release of the remaining hostages held in Gaza. Theirs as an Israeli campaign group announced the death of another hostage, called Idan TV. With this, the toll has reached 32. A recent Israel Democracy Institute poll revealed that majority of Israelis think that it is time to end the Israel-Hamas war. According to the poll, approximately 53% of the total sample think it is time to end the Gaza war, whereas 36% think Israel's battle against Hamas should continue. When asked what the main reason was to end the war, 53% of Israelis said its continuation endangers the hostages. 16% said it would enable Israel's leadership and IDF to focus on the northern front, whereas the others reasoned that the fighting has already achieved most of what could have been achieved. Naden MJB is a senior journalist and she's now joining us from Beirut. Thank you, Naden, for joining us and making time for us. I'll just start by asking you, we do understand that the Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant is in the United States and has already met Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin. They discussed Iran's destabilizing actions. What could be this destabilizing actions that these two gentlemen are talking about?
Well, I cannot tell from where I stand here in Lebanon, but definitely, they are discussing the options of targeting, of hitting Iran and where to hit and how far Israel will go in her attack back to Iran. The United States is supporting Israel 100%. They said it and they are absolutely doing it on a daily basis. The security of Israel is their priority. They are supporting all the action done by the Israeli in Gaza and then now in Beirut under the title that attacking Gaza. In any case, I don't know how far they would go in launching the big war that they were talking about, but nevertheless, there are no rules anymore. Is attacked Iran attacked back, and now Israel will attack back, and definitely Iran will respond to this attack. Depends on where the hit will be. Meanwhile, we in Lebanon, we are paying a huge price for Iran's interference in our country, in our policy. The Israeli are pretending that they are attacking here, but eventually the whole country is under attack. Civilians, the death of civilians are increasing on a daily basis. We have more than 1 million. Displaced as we are, we have many issues, social issues as well to deal with. So, the whole country is under attack. When it will stop, it needs to be stopped immediately. A ceasefire should be done immediately.
Let's talk about that Siren call, because we did have the Prime Minister of Lebanon calling for a ceasefire yesterday. He has been calling for a ceasefire for a long time now. We also had ministers from Lebanon calling for a ceasefire. Some say that once Israel has stopped being funded by the United States, or once the United States stop arming Israel, then something will come up. Do you think that will work very quickly?
It's hilarious. We cannot ask the United States to stop giving weapons to Israel. They have a very strong relationship. What I care about is Lebanon and the Lebanese. We need a ceasefire, and we need to separate Gaza's issue from Lebanon's issue, and this is what Hezbollah is not accepting. So behind Hezbollah there is Iran. They were very clear that the resistance in the region should be in one pass. That's why Lebanon now is paying this high price. So we need the ceasefire. I don't know if 1701 resolution is still applicable, because after having this ground invasion incursion, and they said it is an invasion, I don't know if 1701 is still applicable. We definitely need a CEA's fire. We definitely need to separate Gaza's war from Lebanon war. We are two different countries, and we as Lebanese, we need to have we need to secure our citizens, our system. We need to elect a president. We need to rebuild our country. Thanks for watching this video.